Hey everybody, how's it going? Today is August 21st, 2025. It's Thursday. You know what that means? Monster Strike news. And sorry for this being a little bit later than usual. I fell asleep early just because it's kind of been hot here the past few days in California. California standards, of course. No AC at my place, so sleeping is a natural way to get past it all, I guess. So but it's okay. I woke up and it's in the middle of the night. But before I can go back to sleep again, might as well finish this up for y'all. So let's get going. It's actually kind of packed today, so let's see what's up. Unsurprisingly, we have another Chou-Juushinsai quest coming. It's Lavenza here, and I guess she has to do something with the previous Chou-Juushinsai quest as well. So she will be our next opponent, and this is a one and done style quest. Clear it once, you will get a max luck copy of Lavenza right away, as well as an alternate strike shot voice set for her, which is always nice to get right away. In addition, there is a special mission available which will allow you to pick up the special Strikers card that has the Persona 5 Royale theme to it, as well as the hat, Joker's hat. Is that right? I know that looks familiar from was it the calling card you can get? Whatever that's called. And the requirements here are pretty simple. All you need to do is clear the quest with 2 or more non-gacha monsters in your party. The Sonota is what you can use to filter your box to find those characters. And here's a closer look at the Strikers card. Obviously, if you are a fan of Persona 5, make sure you don't miss out on that. This is a really nice looking card, in my opinion. So if you want, make sure you pick that up. Speaking of new events, we are going to also have a time limit mementos event featuring, I don't know, is it like, it's not Minesweeper, but you're just kind of like racing against the clock to pick up golden eggs and treasure chests so that you can earn a bunch of rewards. You can retry as many times as you want. You can collect once per day though. I think I haven't gotten a chance to look up the details about it, but you probably want to make sure you maximize your, I assume, 30 seconds you get to just tap like crazy. But you don't want to tap everything, because here are the 4 different icons you can get in that event area. Obviously, if you see a egg, you're gonna pick up a collab character. There's also a water bottle available, and that water bottle will extend your time that you have, so that's pretty nice too. Now there is a red monster marker. If you end up clicking that, you will be frozen for some time, so you need to be careful about that. And if you can click the treasure chest, that will move you to the next map and then earn some more rewards. So just keep trying to race against the clock. And I think, honestly, if you're smart about it, I assume, well, I don't know, are you actually gonna see a water bottle each time? I'm not sure, but we'll have to see what the average amount of eggs you can get in a single session will look like. But as you can see here, when you click a panel, you do see the 4 orthogonal panels and what's behind them. So you can use that to your advantage to figure out what you want to pick up while making sure you are managing your time properly. So, and you can retry as many times as you want. So if you feel like you got a low value count, you can wait and try again until you have something better for that day. You do have more than 10 opportunities, right? So, or approximately 10 opportunities to play this event, right? So, you can figure that to see how many gold eggs you want before you say you want to bank. And the reward for this, and I think people were saying that, why is Violet not here as a key player in the Royale series? Well, she is here now. Yoshizawa Sumire Violet is the reward for this event, and basically for each egg you pick up in this event, you will get 1 copy of her for your box. And then the total chests that you earn in the end will dictate the good job stamps you pick up. For whatever reason, I kept mixing up the alternate strike shot voices with the good job stamps, and so here's where the good job stamps have been hiding. You can collect all of them by picking up 45 different chests. So as you're picking them, you clear the chest, you get the chest, you clear the map, and then you're basically redoing it again. Which I don't know, seems like a fun little diversion. So hopefully you can maximize your rewards that way. And of course, since Sumire is an event reward monster, she will function as a max luck for the duration of the collab. But if you want her to still stay at max luck, make sure you finish this event off properly. Also means you probably don't want to slack too much. If you miss a day, just means more eggs you need to pick up. But I don't think it's going to be that difficult, because you saw in that first step, it was just surrounded by eggs anyways. I don't think it'll be a problem. Anyways, the Showa Year 100 campaign, you hear this lovely old school version of the Monster Strike theme song. This might be the last time we hear it, because this should wrap up the campaign. As you know, the summer orbs are available. Use them or lose them by the end of the month. Again, gacha ends very soon too, so make sure you do that. It's a free pull with a chance of up to 200 pulls. If you didn't see my video of that, make sure you go check that out. And of course, the Orb of Bakuget Roulette, this ends August 31st, so you have about more than a week to finish this off. Make sure you finish off those missions first, and then roll the roulette and see how many orbs you can pick up. Also, if you're interested in picking up the special summer packs, those end on September 2nd. Remember, each pack has a specific pool of 12 monsters, 2 of which you will get guaranteed, one of those being a limited monster in said pool. Each one's 4,900 yen, and you can pick it up in-game or through the web shop. And the final event, it did say Omaketsuki, so we get a little extra. And this is going to be a new Chou-Juushinsai exclusive. Nikke in the wood element is going to be our new character here. Nikke, of course, is the goddess of victory, I believe. And, just the representation of victory. So you can... it's appropriate that she's holding like the checkered flag there to fit with her historical theme. She will join the Monster Strike Limited crew on the 23rd as part of the Chou-Juushinsai event, and Chou-Juushinsai will start early this month and will begin on the 23rd and last all the way until the 2nd. So you have many opportunities to pull her, and she will have a Shin Jushinka form available. And of course, that means we have 2 forms available. First is the victorious form here. That's the one we saw first with her waving the checkered flag. And here's her skill set. We got Demi-Hume, Super Blast, Bounce. Demi-Hume, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I want to double check that too. But Anti-Gravity Bear, Water Killer M, Regen M, and Wall Strike Shot Turn Reducer. Along with Anti-Warp, Super Anti-Speed Down Wall, and Super Anti-Transport Wall. That is the wall version of that. And her shot skill is very interesting. She will power up the closest friendly unit by 25% after she is done moving. Remember, that is a bonus to both the attack stat and the bomb combo. So that's pretty cool to see. And then the assist skill is reduce it. Remember, the assist skill is to all friendly non-Shin Jushinka monsters, and those monsters will get a reduction of their strike shot count by 1 turn if they end their turn with at least 90% HP remaining. And that's really interesting to be able to apply a strike shot reducer just by making sure you end that turn with pretty much full HP. Very interesting. And her strike shot is she will turn into Pierce, get Damage Wall, Gravity Bears, Warps, and Mines nulled, and then turn into Accelerator mode for a amount of turns. And that does mean she gets a bonus Damage Wall and Warp basically every 3 turns. She does have Wall Strike Shot Turn Reducer, so probably you can do it reliably, possibly every 2 turns. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Bump combo, we get copy again. You know, it's always interesting to see what they're gonna do with copy nowadays, because, you know, whatever monsters will overlap with her, you know, also having Super Blast, the potential is always interesting. It's not as like, oh my god, this is a rare thing, because it's, you know, basically everywhere nowadays. And we even had, you know, one of the gacha monsters, right, for Joker, right? That also had a similar effect. Second bomb combo, super all enemy, pierce, lock on, shockwave 3. And so I said there were two forms. Let's take a look at our second form, which is the glorious form here. You know, definitely taking the Greek theme. I think that's Greek, right? To the fullest, and, you know, makes sense given the lore. We've got an interesting set for her. Oops, sorry, I am not changing the right screen here. There you go. There's the glorious form. And then here we've got a new ability here with the outposition killer M, and that is basically any monsters that is on the outer side of the map. So anything near the wall will be counted as a outposition monster. In addition to that, she has super anti-damage wall, super anti-transport wall, super laser stop M, and then on the gauge, anti-block and anti-speed down panel. Shot skill for her, which is her special bonus, is that she will be invincible for a set amount of turns after she's done moving. What? That sounds insane. After she's done moving. So, very interesting. Assist skill here is a 25% attack to enemies who have less than 50% of their HP remaining. So this is basically the reverse of the Vital Killer, right? And I guess it would be an S level since it's a 25% boost. But nonetheless, that's an interesting thing to give as an assist skill. Basically, you know, if a monster is low on health, just by having Nike on your team, you get a little bit of a boost for your friendly units. Strike shot, speed, and power up on each enemy hit. Bump combo, we get our first Bakuzetsu all range bullet. All range bullet is pretty strong, so to see that in the Bakuzetsu level will be very interesting. And the all-powerful corner bomb is available as well. And of course, unsurprisingly, you will be able to get a alternate strike shot voice set for Nike here on the next 3 Monster Strike days, so don't miss out on that. This is voiced by Kusunoki Tomori here. So if you enjoy her voice set, take that. And to celebrate this new character, in your present box you will see 10 copies of the green Chou-Juushinsai materials. Very, very nice. I am so low on Chou-Juushinsai materials, so I probably need to go do some farming, because I used a lot on the not the Abyss, what's it called, the Astral Mausoleum, which I will do a rundown video of what I finished at there. It was interesting. I don't know, I'm actually all out of my gems. That's why I stopped, because I didn't have any more gems on my main to do for the, you know, helper items, because you can just restart so quickly now. They just melted like crazy. But I did say this is a Chou-Juushinsai, and they did say that it was with a special bonus, Omaketsuki. So let's see what is involved here, and that is just a special EX item. Every time you do a 10 pull, you will get one of the items you see on the left as a bonus. Notably, you see that the EL Waku Waku Min is one of those bonus rewards, which is pretty darn nice. But you will be able to get 1 out of 9, and every time you do a 10 pull, it'll be a unique item there until it runs out. Once all 9 items are used up on the left, it'll be replaced with the pool on the right. Notably, you know, some of the fancier top row rewards have been replaced, so you can't endlessly get those, but it is pretty nice to have the chance to pick up those. Hopefully you still have some orbs left after the collab. And then we have Horror here as our new Bakuzetsu quest. Can I just say I love love the art that they got for horror here. Looks really awesome. And she will be making her debut in the game next week, August 29th. And because she's a Bakuzetsu level difficulty monster, that means a Treasure 9 is associated with her. 9 random points to hit on her. One of them is a weak point. Find that weak point and you get all the items on the left right away. Also a way to just get you to play the quest a little bit more. By completing and finding the weak point, you will pick up a nice good job stamp featuring horror there. This also means that Race, his Treasure 9, will be ending on the next appearance, which is August 26th. So if you haven't finished that, make sure you do that before it runs out. We are also getting a new metal exchange monster. She will be active starting on the 24th and will last all the way until the end of February of next year. And her name is Kuri Soda Rua. This is a play on cream soda here. And I don't know, I think the art looks pretty darn cute there. Got a cute little cat there on the side. And she's got a nice baseball theme going on too, which I enjoy a lot. So Kisahiro Kurisoda Rua will be your next metal exchange monster. That does mean that the current metal exchange monster Sanditsu will be ending her stint in the metal exchange store, which I am completely out of right now. And that will end on August 31st. Now, if you do want to max luck her, you're going to have to go crazy with some metal farming, but I would say just get one copy for novelty's sake. I always pick up one, so cool to see a new monster in the rotation. Now, we got a new gacha coming, and that will start from August 22nd, which is tomorrow. And basically, this is a see then pay gacha, which is really, really interesting as a concept, which means you will do the gacha pull for free, see the results, and then decide, is it worth it to pay for this gacha? You can skip it if you want to. It is up to you if you think it's worth the orbs to pull. So, how does it work? You will find this gacha, you will pull on this gacha for free, and then see the results. When the results come out, the results are locked. You do not have those monsters yet. Then, it is up to you to decide, do you want to pay for the key to unlock this gacha and then earn the monsters that were part of it? The cost, of course, is a normal gacha pull, a tempo gacha, which is 50 orbs. So this key is worth 50 orbs. Do you feel like this pull is worth 50 orbs? If yes, pay those orbs and then you will get all the monsters you see in that gacha pull. If not, skip it. You don't have to pay anything. You saw the results, you didn't like it, great, you're done. You paid 0 orbs, you did a 10 pull, but saved your money. This is awesome. What an amazing gacha. There's nothing more to say. This is pretty darn awesome. Now, this gacha will happen 4 times. So the next 4 weeks, basically the campaign hasn't really ended, right? We've got 4 sessions of this, starting with this upcoming session. And each gacha has kind of a little different theme going on. So whatever happens this month this week isn't necessarily what's going to be the gacha that you pull on for the pink week next session 2, the orange week in session 3, or the blue session on week 4. So, and of course, just before the next session begins, which is at Monster Strike News, you'll get a teaser of what's coming next. But do keep in mind that the gacha must be picked up by noon the next day, right? So you can pull on August 28th, 23:59. That's just before midnight. That's the last time you can pull. And then you can decide to pay for it by noon the next day, right? Be careful about those timings, right? So by the time the next gacha starts, you're not going to be able to pay for that gacha anymore. So please be careful about that. That happens at noon the next day after news. So what's going to be, and by the way, just because you pull on one session doesn't exclude you from any future ones. You can pull on all 4 if you want. You can pull on 0, but you might as well pull first to see the results and then decide if you want to pick it up, right? You can do it every week if you want it, all right? So do not worry. The first session, 5 6-star monsters will come out at a 50% rate. That's pretty darn high. And limited monsters are possible. That's pretty darn awesome, right? So expected value, you should get 5 monsters here from this gacha. Now, are they new? That would dictate if it's worth it. Do you have a limited monster that you really need? That would dictate to pay for it. So the fact that you have the option to pay for this gacha after seeing the results is pretty mind-blowing to me. This is really, really awesome, and I'm excited to see how this works out. Jushinkakai for this week's is Mercurius. If you have him, congratulations. He's a deity super power monster. Wait, was this super? Sorry, I did do this a little fast because I was a little late to... Yeah, he's a super power. Okay. Anti-gravity barrier, super anti-damage, well, super anti-wind, and fire element resist. Right? Anti-wind, not a bad thing anymore, right? With the infectious wind that they've got going, which I think is a very clever way that they added, making wind actually important now. Connect skill, super anti-speed down wall, counter killer M, and soul steal. Requirements there, 2 or more non-deities or 2 or more non-power types. Strike shot is a bash, kick, and heal. Bump combo, Bakuzetsu homing 6, and attack defense up. So, and as usual, he will be available for you next Tuesday. And that's it for this week. We've got a nice looking calendar here. I am super excited to see how the see them pay gacha works out. So I don't know, that sounds really exciting. And of course we get our new exclusive monster Nikke starting on the 23rd. Make sure you don't miss out on doing the again gacha. We're gonna run out of time on the summer orb, so be careful about that. The tower will be ending in a few days. And also make sure you don't forget to do the dunes as well as the abyss for some more nice rewards. Monster Strike news next week will be at the same time as usual, and here are next week's lucky monsters. And a little announcement, I will be taking another quick vacation to Japan at the end of September, so middle September to the end. So I will try to do new stuff. I can't guarantee I'll do videos while out there, but I will try to get a review video of my last trip, which I know I promised for so long. But yeah, that should be fun. And if there's anything specific you want to see of the game, let me know in the comments, because I will try. I know I say it every time and I don't do it, but I will try this time to prep something ahead of time. So if there's something specific you would like to see in a video, let me know in the comments below. And hopefully this cough ends soon. Like, the pain is mostly over, but I just have these little fits of coughing that I just can't get over, which sucks. So hopefully that gets cleared up. I'm looking forward for a lot more sleep this weekend, so hopefully that helps. Anyways, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, do consider hitting the like button and subscribing below. Like I said, leave me some comments on what you would like to see, and just in terms of information, as in a video. If there's something you would like to see or know more about. Monst on Twitter/X for the latest news, and of course, link to the server is in the description. That's it for me today. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye bye.